For sure, a top 10 most anticipated. I am a huge fan of the Evil Dead franchise, especially that first one. I love the original The Evil Dead. It is a top 10, top 7, top 5 favorite movie of all time for me. I love it. I'm a huge horror fan, and as a person that's about to start production on my own movie this weekend, this actual days away, hours away actually, seeing this movie before getting started is perfect for me.
Here's Johnny. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Evil Dead Rise stars Alyssa Sutherland, Lily Sullivan, and is about a twisted tale of two estranged sisters whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons. We are finally here talking about the new Evil Dead movie. It has been 10 years since the last Evil Dead movie, and yes, I know there's Ash vs. Evil Dead, but we haven't seen an Evil Dead movie on the big screen in a while, and that 2013 movie is so underrated good. I love that movie, but like I said, I love those original three, especially the first one. So going to this movie, I was hyped. I had to calm down. I sat down and watched this 95-minute movie, and I walked out with a big smile on my face. I freaking loved this movie. I don't care if I'm fanboying here. I really don't. But I promise you I will not spoil anything about this movie because the trailers have shown you glimpses of another setting. I don't want to spoil any of that. That stuff's awesome. I'll get to the main plot that you see in the trailers, which is this apartment complex, basically, and this entire building, basically, but morely this one room with these two sisters going into each other, and this family that you get to meet, and they set up perfectly. These kids, the two sisters, this family dynamic is very interesting, and they give you basically character plot points. There's not a complete dive deep into these characters, so the children have like little aspects about them, and that's their character development basically, but they want to get to the nitty-gritty of it. They want to get to the possession once the book rises, and once that starts, from that point to especially the third act, I was in love. Now, Lee Cronin is the director of this movie, and I am very jealous of you, man, because I want to direct an Evil Dead movie, and you did this movie in the style of what you wanted to do. And you also did great elements from the original movie, the Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, even adding comedy and stuff like that. But you also gave us that 2013 vibe of the gore. The director of this movie did a fantastic job for an Evil Dead movie. The camera work, the score, the sound mixing and sound design, so important in this movie. It is perfect for this horror movie. And do not worry, the trailers gave you gory shots. You have not seen what they are building up for you. When you see this movie, there are moments that are completely get under your skin and you might gag a little bit. This movie's gross and I love it. And this movie tries to kill these characters. There's no safe people in this movie. They are going after these characters. I love it. I am a sick person. I love Evil Dead, and this new setting, not being in the woods, which, again, in the trailer, there is something that you see, do not want to spoil any of that, it's nice, it's good, but this apartment, this new setting, I dug it. I really dug it. It kind of reminded me of, like, The Raid meets Evil Dead. That's what it did, because in this third act, man, it gets very bloody, gory, Evil Dead, and I loved it. Again, fans of this franchise are going to really dig this movie. And like I said, they do great jobs with these family and the sisters. These two sisters, fan-freaking-tastic. Alyssa Sutherland plays the one who does get possessed. She is awesome in this movie. I want to give huge credits to her. Now, the voice that gets inside of her, I love the voice they did for this movie. The demon, the possessor inside of her, this voice, I love it. I've always loved Evil Dead demon voices, and in this movie, it is so damn good. I love it. But her performance is key, and she is killing it. And so is the main girl who is our main lead, basically, and this little girl who is like a key to the plot line. It all just worked for me. Again, minor gripes. The kids don't have great character development. I mean, they all have basically one character trait. And I will say, for an Evil Dead movie, for trying to be original and try to stick to the original trilogy and stuff like that, it feels like times the plot points have certain things they're trying to copy from the original, and it involves when she gets possessed. To me, it was like, I see what you're doing. I wish they would have kind of changed things up. Just go for something different. You don't have to do exactly how the person gets possessed the same time every movie. Change it up a little bit. I'm okay with it. It was still really cool how they do it. But I will say, I wish I would see something different. But in the end, I'm not disappointed at all. I actually enjoyed this more than I thought it was, because I was worried. New setting, new director, even though that was in 2013, but there was just something about this movie I was like, wasn't it supposed to go to HBO Max at one point? I don't know, let's see how it goes. This director did it. He killed it. Great job, man. These performers, the sound design, the sound mixing, I love the sound. I cannot wait to see this movie again. It's just the perfect time for me to see this movie too, right before starting production. So Evil Dead Rise, I recommend. I'm gonna give Evil Dead Rise an A-. I freaking loved this movie. Is it my favorite horror movie of the year? Honestly, as a huge fan of the Evil Dead franchise, it might be, but I really enjoyed Scream 6. But this Evil Dead, I'm a huge fanboy. I don't care. Some of you be like, you're just fanboying. Yeah, I am. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I really did. And guys, you guys enjoyed this movie review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.